Good afternoon, guys. Wednesday afternoon. Busy day today. I will give you this. I have a video that I'm waiting for the overlords to approve, that I've been waiting for 3 hours now for them to approve, will be posted eventually. But it was a very interesting conversation that I had this morning with David Dubine, if you are familiar with David, Adapt 2030. And so we had about an hour-long conversation this morning that both of us recorded, so you guys can kind of get our views on quite a few different topics. I mean, you all know that I do some of these podcast types, with, say, Tradcat Night. Actually, I'm talking to Eric tomorrow, so that will be another one. But I will post that as soon as I get the blessings of YouTube to post that one. In the meantime, today's a very busy news day, and fortunately for those of you that are gold and silver buyers, today's a good day on the gold and silver market. Gold's up 2% and silver's up 3%. Still aren't back to where we were in the spring, but this is a positive sign as gold looks to break 1800. I like that idea. But this particular video, what I want to talk about is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That it seems Washington is completely against giving us. Okay, so if you've seen in the news, specifically today, but we all know what's going on with the supply chain, all right? Now, our illustrious potato in chief is trying to blame private businesses for the supply chain problem. Okay, now let's think about the silliness here. Private businesses, difference between private businesses and public corporations. Walmart, public corporation, okay, publicly traded, okay, stock on the New York Stock Exchange. Private businesses, private business being mom and pop hardware store, whatever it would be, okay. So he's trying to blame mom and pop again and keep the too big to fail companies afloat. The problem, Joe, is your thought process doesn't follow the facts. All right, so let me give you this. He supposedly has some sort of task force that they are looking into. What the hell are they calling it? The Biden-Harris Supply Chain Disruptions Task Force. Okay. And the commitments that Washington has to to fix the supply chain is that the Port of Los Angeles is going to expand to a 24/7 operation. They're already doing that, okay? The International Longshore and Warehouse Union is going to allow their workers to work those extra shifts. They're already doing that, okay? And large companies, which are usually public, okay, are announcing that they're going to use the expanded hours to move the cargo off the dock so the ships can come to shore faster. Okay, now, let's get into the part that they don't tell us. Does anybody know what California's AB5 law is? Okay. There's a little issue with this, and this is California, mind you. Ports of Los Angeles, ports of Long Beach are where we're seeing all these ships stacking up, okay? California government is the one that's causing this problem, all right? They keep telling us that the reason they can't get these ships unloaded is that there's a driver shortage, all right? AB5 is the California truck ban. The California truck ban says that all trucks must be 2011 or newer. And AB5 prohibits owner-operators from going to the shore, okay? Independent truckers, mom-and-pop truckers, okay? The trucking companies, or the Walmarts, Targets, Home Depots, corporate truckers, they're allowed to go. But the owner-operators are not, okay? Now, traditionally, the ports have been served by owner-operators who are non-union. Okay, California has now banned owner-operators, so you are taking a huge percentage of the trucks off the road and out of the docks. Okay, now, long term, truckers aren't even investing in new trucks because of AB5. Okay, because anything that because California has a law that makes them illegal in 2035. Now, if you think of the lifespan of a big rig, okay, it's not, think of the lifespan of your car. My truck is 12 years old now, all right? 13 years from now is 2035, or at least when the 2035 models come out, all right? A big rig that costs you $250,000 or something like that, they keep those things on the road for a long time. So a trucker's not going to go, an owner-operator's not going to go out and buy a new truck and go, hey, cool, I can pay off my $250,000 note in the next 12 years. Mind you, that'd be $20,000 a year without interest, okay? And say, cool, then I get to buy another one, okay? Then you get into the other part, okay? The carriers that have trucks that are older than 2011 or using engines that were made before 2010 need to meet the truck and bus regulation, or their vehicles will be blocked from the state from registering with the DMV, the state says. Okay, so that means those trucks can't even be on the road. Then there are health-based requirements that need to be met before a driver is even allowed to register his truck through the DMV. All right, this is where we get the problem. It's not a shortage of truck drivers. It's not a shortage of trucks. It's the idiocy of California and Newsom and all the other people there who won't let the trucks on the road. Well, there's the shortage. A lot of these trucks are older than 10 years. A lot of owner-operators own trucks. My ex-wife's uncle was a truck driver, or is a truck driver, okay? And, they're not buying a new truck every 5 years. So you're taking out all these individual owner-operators, the private business, and only allowing the public in there. This is what Joe is trying to blame the private business. The private business he's trying to blame is the independent operator, saying they're not doing it. Except California won't let them do it. What Joe won't do is blame California, the Democrat-run California. So they try to pass it off as a blame on private business. Hey, we've got to get rid of private business. If all these independent owner-operators would unionize and go work for Walmart, Target, Home Depot, whatever it would be, then they can go in there and we wouldn't have a problem. Again, this is trying to kill small business. We know that's what's going on. The problem is Washington doesn't realize we're smarter than they are, and we can figure this stuff out. So the next time somebody comes up and says, the reason there's nothing on the shelves is, and again, remember what's coming from China, electronics, furniture, that sort of stuff. It ain't a whole lot of food. If there's any food on those cargo ships, it's all rotten, so it's useless. But the next time anybody tries to tell you that, oh, it's a trucker shortage, no, it's not. It's a truck shortage because of liberal Democrat policies. Liberalism destroys countries. Always has, always will. The liberals in the United States are avowed socialists, and socialism is the death knell for any country. Don't let these people lie to you and try to blame the truckers. It ain't the truckers' fault. It's the government's fault. They are doing this on purpose. You know it. I know it. The majority of America knows it. But the media won't tell everyone else. They just want to spin whatever Potato Joe says as the latest excuse on how we keep screwing up this country. The only way to save the world is to get rid of these socialists and their idiotic ideas of grandeur. Just thought you'd like to know that one. If and when I get the other video approved from David and my conversation, I will get it up. Have a good Wednesday afternoon. Pinball out.